In this video, we're going to talk about the amazing pear tree. We all know and love its sweet, juicy fruit, but the tree itself has this really rich story that spans continents and centuries. From its beautiful blossoms to its surprisingly versatile wood, the pear tree has some incredible secrets to share. Alright, so here's a quick look at what we're going to cover. We'll start by properly meeting the pear tree, then we'll find out where it grows around the world, we'll even get into how you can grow one yourself, explore its deeper story, and then wrap things up with some really cool facts. So, first up, let's get acquainted with the tree itself. What does it look like and what are its key features? Well, pear trees have some really distinct traits. When they're young, they have this classic pyramid shape, but as they get older, they round out into a big, full canopy. The leaves are this beautiful, glossy green all summer, and then in the fall, wow, they put on a spectacular show of orange and burgundy. And in the spring, they're just covered in these gorgeous white blossoms. And believe me, these trees can get quite large. I mean, at full maturity, a pear tree can stand about 12 meters tall. That's a pretty substantial tree for any backyard or landscape. And it's not just about the height either. Their canopy can spread out to about 9 meters wide. So yeah, if you're thinking about planting a few, you've definitely got to give them plenty of space to breathe. Okay, so where in the world can you actually find these trees thriving? Well, they're pretty adaptable, but pear trees are most heavily cultivated across the temperate parts of North America, Asia, Europe, and even North Africa. They originally came from Europe and Western Asia, but today they're pretty much grown all over the world. But what's really fascinating is the specific recipe they need to produce the best fruit. It's a special combination. They need full sun, soil that drains really well, and a climate with warm days and, importantly, cool nights. This is exactly why some places are just so famous for their pears. They've got that ideal mix down perfectly. So, all this probably has you wondering, could you grow one yourself? Well, let's get into the practical side of things. Okay, so getting the foundation right is absolutely key. It all starts with well-drained soil that's just slightly on the acidic side. When it comes to water, the best thing you can do is water deeply, but less often. That really encourages strong, deep roots. Of course, plenty of sun is a must. And finally, you gotta manage the nutrients in the soil to help the tree flower and give you a great harvest. But what if you don't have a massive garden? I mean, is it even possible to grow one of these inside? The answer is a big yes. You just have to pick the right variety. If you go for a dwarf, self-fertile type, something like a Conference or Williams pear, they can do amazingly well in a large pot on a sunny balcony or patio. Alright, now let's explore the deeper story of the pear tree. We're talking different types, its enemies, and even its place in human culture. So, while there are over 800 species, you can basically group them into two main types. You've got your European pears, like a Bartlett, those are the soft, juicy kind that actually get better after you pick them. Then you have Asian pears, which are crisp and firm, cut up like an apple, and they're perfect to eat right off the tree. The pear tree also holds this really powerful place in mythology. In Chinese, for example, the word for sharing a pear sounds exactly like the word for separation. How wild is that? This amazing dual meaning makes the pear a really profound symbol of both love and parting. It's just so complex. But life in the orchard isn't always, peaceful. Pear trees have several natural enemies, but here's the cool part. A lot of these so-called enemies are actually beneficial insects that protect the tree by hunting pests. We're talking about specialized wasps, predatory bugs, lacewings, even earwigs, all working together to keep the tree healthy. It just goes to show how complex the pear's whole ecosystem is. Okay, for our final section, let's just dive into some quick, surprising facts that you probably didn't know about pears. Here's something you can use next time you're at the grocery store. Pears actually ripen from the core outwards. That's why the best way to check if one is ready is to gently press the neck, right up by the stem. If it gives just a little, it's ready to go, even if the rest of it feels firm. And hey, here's another great kitchen tip. If you want your pears to ripen up faster, just put them in a bowl right next to some bananas. Bananas release ethylene gas, and that gas speeds up the ripening process for a ton of other fruits. Now, it's not just about the fruit. The wood itself has some really unique properties. Way back in the Middle Ages, it was the top choice for making kitchen utensils, like spoons. And why? Because it's so dense that it won't pick up the color, taste, or smell of whatever food you're stirring. And that durability goes even further. The wood is incredibly stable. It doesn't warp or splinter easily, even if it gets wet over and over again. This made it super valuable for crafting everything from musical instruments to furniture. So, the next time you pick up a pear, just take a second to remember its hidden story. I mean, what if the fruit you're holding could tell a whole tale of mythology, craftsmanship, and continents? Because with the pear, it absolutely can. Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.